Hi everyone, my name is Jeff. I'll be with you in the book of Job today for our devotion, chapter 37. I'll just be reading a few verses within this, but I will encourage you to read the whole chapter, for it is a great chapter to read. It's the last words that Elihu is speaking to Job. So we're going to start off in chapter 1. Key verses is, "At this also my heart trembles and leaps from its place." In verse 2, "Hear attentively the thunder of his voice and the rumbling that comes from his mouth." See, Elihu starts off here in chapter 37 by bringing in what he was talking in chapter 36, where it seems like, I believe, that a storm is coming. He could see and hear, he could see the dark clouds coming, the lightning, he can hear the thunder. And he is talking about listening to the thunder of his voice, talking about God's voice. And if you remember right, back in the book of Exodus, where Moses was going up Mount Sinai, how the dark clouds come down onto the mountain and lightning and thunder. It scared the Israelites because they believed that this was God who was speaking because of the thunderings. So just stop and think about how marvelous this is. Our God is in control. He's in control of the lightning. He's in control of the thunder, the winds. He's also in verses 6 through 13. He causes the snow to fall. The lakes to freeze over, the rain to fall, the clouds to scatter. He causes them to turn and spin, the winds to blow strong, your tornadoes, your hurricanes. God is in control of all of this. And just stop and think about this. Have you ever been in a building itself when the lightning strikes or the thunder hits so hard that whatever structure, your home or structure that you're in, it just shakes, the window shakes? I've been in churches before where lightning struck and you hear car alarms going off in the parking lot. It's just amazing to know that God has control of all of this itself. But then as we go into verse 14, Elihu says to Job, "Listen to this, O Job. Stand still and consider the wondrous works of God." Stop and think about this. Elihu is telling him to listen to it. Listen to the storm coming and stand and watch and listen to wondrous works of God. And then verses 15 through 20, Elihu starts asking questions. But my question to you today is, what do you do during the storms of life? See, when we experience the storms of life, we should be like a tree with its roots digging deeper and deeper into the earth to hold still. We should be digging into God's word and holding on to his promises so that we can weather what storm comes our way. See, Jesus tells us in 2 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 9, and he said to me, as Jesus talking to Paul, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my strength is made perfect in weakness. Therefore, most gladly I will rather boast in my infirmities, that the power of Christ may rest upon me." This is what Paul was saying. And then verse 10, Paul says, "Therefore I take pleasures in infirmities, in reproaches, in needs, in persecutions, in distress, for Christ's sake." Get this now. This is what Paul's saying. "For when I am weak, then I am strong." This is what we need to have set. For when we are weak, we are strong. I thank you guys. I hope this was an encouragement for you. Pray that you have a blessed day today. And just remember that in going through any storms of life, that just dig those roots deeper into God's word and in his promises. I love you, and I'll talk to you later.